Let's face it, lower back pain sucks, and unfortunately it is only becoming more of an epidemic. Some research suggests that we should not be sitting for more than 30 minutes a day, and those 30 minutes should be on the floor, not sitting in a chair. It also suggests that we should change our position every 2 minutes. So following those guidelines in 2018 is next to impossible. But does a lion belong in Manhattan? Obviously not, but I would bet that the zoo in New York has one, and for the most part he is happy, healthy, and strong. This is possible because he is not living in some Manhattan high-rise, but in an area that was set up to match his needs. This is exactly what we need to do for you. I understand that sitting for less than 30 minutes a day, nonetheless on the floor and changing your position every 2 minutes is not possible. However, addressing the tight tissue caused by your long daily commute to work or the horrible hours you're stuck at a desk is. Imagine if I made you wear some crazy tight 1970s style black leather pants and I soaked them in water before you had to wear them. Moving in them would be next to impossible. But this is what we are doing to our lower back. When we throw out our back, it is actually our SI or sacroiliac joint located in our hips that is bothered and not moving correctly. Remember, our butt region holds some of the largest muscles in our body. So if these muscles are completely stiff from the sitting/not moving paradigm, and they connect to our sacrum, which then connects directly to our spine, it makes perfect sense why our back hurts so much. Just like those awesome wet leather pants that prevent us from moving, these super tight and tacked down muscles prevent our sacrum and lower back from doing their job. It sounds like a crazy theory or way too simple to be true, but trust me, try these exercises and make sure to check out the links to the full videos of every exercise in the description below, and you will see that simple or not, it works. This is crucial to making sure our lower back pain does not come back. We can do all the mobility, rehab, stretching, and Skype calling with Jesus we want. But if we continue to move poorly, we will continue to aggravate exactly what we are trying to fix. Learning how to squat is the first step to success. We know that when a joint is in flexion, its most stable position is in external rotation. A great example of this would be when you grab someone by the collar, you turn your arm out for more stability. Or when kids sit down to pet my pug and/or cultures that sit a lot, their knees always move away/out from their body. This is their hips externally rotating out. One of the coaching cues we use for this in weight training has been to shove your knees out. We do not want to go too crazy here, but we want to make sure not to block the natural rotation of our body. I go into this in much greater detail in the squat video linked in the description below. But from here, I love to then teach the proper deadlift. This is a popular movement not only in the gym, but also when you're picking up something from the floor, or maybe your kid, grandkid to kiss them on the cheek, whatever it may be. But believe it or not, people even walking up and down stairs and stand and sit often do it incorrectly. The squat, the deadlift, and even the lunge are crucial to learn to keep us pain-free. Because I am going through a general plan to get you healthy and moving correctly again, I really suggest that you check out the links below to make sure you are doing these exercises and movements correctly. This is where things get fun. My favorite exercise is the 3-way hip roll. Not the most creative name, but super effective. Position number 1 focuses on the glute max and piriformis muscle, while positions number 2 and 3 go into the secret killers, the glute med and the posterior portion of the TFL. On a side note, because position number 2 and 3 can be tricky to find, I suggest checking the full video out linked down below in the mobility portion of the description. But getting back on topic, I like to call this area the hip deltoid because, like the deltoid in the shoulder, focusing on just one part does very little as all three are closely related and work simultaneously together. From here, we have the tissue game and the Magic Mike mobility exercise. The tissue game is fun because it takes a bit more feeling to do it correctly. The game is to make sure the ball stays over the tissue and off the bone. Don't worry, if you roll over the bone, you're not going to kill yourself, but it is the muscle and the tendons causing your pain, so rolling over the bone does not really help. The final piece, Magic Mike, focuses on the hip flexor and groin muscle. Once you see this position, you will totally understand how the exercise got its name. In the rehab portion, we will keep it simple and focus on some stretches. I love doing the mobility first because it will release any tightness due to our brain fighting the body. I like to call these positional stretches because they focus not just on stretching a single muscle, but connecting the fascial lines, which in return will release all those little parking brakes you have activated in your body. These exercises are also creatively named the three-way hip stretches and can be seen here. Remember, below in the rehab portion of the description are the individual links to all of these stretches. But remember, our goal here is not to join Cirque du Soleil anytime soon. So focus on your own personal limits. The stretches and mobility exercises should be a bit uncomfortable, but if things seem way too painful and sketchy, then stop and visit a physician you trust. Most likely this is not the case, so just make sure you keep your Zen face and diaphragm breathing. All the videos mentioned in this video are listed below in the description, along with a program to help get you started. Definitely check out my website if you're interested in the virtual consultations and programs, or if you're in the Germany area, then I invite you to this beautiful office you see behind me. And of course, if you like this video, then please subscribe to my page so you and others can find my future videos easier. For shorter versions and a bit of a different style I like to call epic rehab, make sure to check out my Instagram page at davidgrant_GTS. And until next time, as we say in German, tschüss.